Hello everyone and welcome back to the GH24 News channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ava Jerome hovered to find another counsel who could help her if Rick Lansing would ent. Still, Rick didn't suppose Ava had enough to supplicate for immediate Avery Corinthos guardianship, despite all the explosion drama. Besides, Ava had to be smart about her plays in this precious guardianship feud. Jen Sidwell ultimately showed up looking for some art for his new home on Ladle Island, so Ava realized he was now Windmere's proprietor. Ava participated the news that she used to live there and explained her split from her ex-husband. Sidwell flirted with Ava a bit, bought some art and invited her to help him place it at Windmere, so Ava happily agreed. Once Sidwell paid and left, Rick snared the check out of Ava's hands to cover his first payment. Willow Corinthos was ready to do what was stylish for Michael Corinthos, so she allowed Sonny and Carly Spencer to have access to him. When Portia Robinson popped up to bandy Michael's coming way, Willow claimed on including Carly and Sonny. Portia noted that a bed had opened up in the burn unit at Johns Hopkins, but Carly said Jack Brennan could get Michael into a clinic in Germany that could offer a full recovery. Carly refocused to Ava Jerome as evidence of how well this slice-edge treatment could work, but Sonny wasn't sure about this. Willow also had reservations since Portia didn't know anything about this treatment and couldn't make a recommendation for it as a result. It was decided that Michael demanded to choose for himself, so Willow gave her blessing for him to be woken up. Carly was by Michael's side as he recaptured knowledge and moaned in pain. After Carly tried to give Michael some consolation, she revealed that he demanded to make a choice. Lulu Spencer showed up hoping for a job interview and caught Brooklyn Quartermain off guard. That led to further of Brooklyn and Lulu's usual colliding until Maxie Jones arrived. Brooklyn took off, so that gave Maxie a chance to play up her fellowship with BLQ since she'd been there for her during a delicate time. Lulu took Maxie's word for it and pitched her desire to work at Deception, but Maxie wondered if she could really handle being Brooklyn's adjunct. At the Quartermain manse, Harrison Chase suggested that Tracy Quartermain could face felonious charges over this situation with Willow's kiddies, but Tracy pushed him to butt out. Brooklyn got involved latterly and suggested that if they actually talked to Monica Quartermain, she'd agree the children should be with their mama. At the Port Charles Grill, Jordan Ashford broke up a tense commerce between Cody Bell and Drew Quartermain before it turned into a full-fledged fight. After Cody took off, Jordan pushed Drew to concentrate on timber amends with the people he'd wronged. Else, Jordan made a vaticination that Drew would have no bone left. Back with Cody, he met up with Brad Cooper at the sanitarium and gave him a check to pass along to Selena Wu. Cody was $5,000 short, so Brad complained before suggesting he'd help deal with Selena until Cody could pay the rest. Lucas Jones caught part of this discussion, so Brad explained that he helped a veritably patient Cody place his bet with Selena. Although Lucas didn't suppose Brad owed him any explanations, Brad still wanted to clear effects up. As for Drew, he got Martin Gray's help and showed up at the Quartermain manse with a new court order to get Willow's kiddies. A couple bobbies came on, but Tracy claimed the children weren't there and that she didn't have the foggiest idea where they were. Chase acted like there was no need for bind, but one of the officers went on with Congressman Quartermain's wishes and used them on Tracy. Tracy tried to swat the bobby down, so Drew suggested that counted as defying arrest. As Tracy was taken into police guardianship, she advised that Drew would lament this. Portia Robinson needs to talk about the coming way in Michael Corinthos' care. This will force Willow Tate Corinthos into making another big decision. Ava Jerome sues an order. Also, Harrison Chase confronts Tracy Quartermain. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in moments occasion of the ABC cleaner pieces. Indeed, though Michael is rehabilitated, he needs long-term burn treatment. So, Portia presumably wants Willow to make some opinions about what installation to transfer Michael to. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer is in Michael's sanitarium room. Carly says that she might have another option. Willow has to make further opinions. Despite Willow making a deal with Carly and Sonny Corinthos, Tracy wouldn't give up the children. Willow does have a medical deputy for Michael, which she has been using as influence. Still, Willow and Michael's parents might have to unite to go up against Tracy. Willow lately commended in Chase. Now, Chase didn't take sides, but was just a hearkening observance and a probative friend for Willow. After that discussion, Chase tells Tracy that she's making effects worse. Still, Tracy gets fierce and orders Chase to butt out. Cody Bell angrily confronts Drew Kane. Quartermain, Cody, looks like he's ready for a brawl. Still, Jordan Ashford gets between the two men and prevents a fight. Jordan straight over tells Cody not to indeed suppose about it. Still, Drew is end off the hook moreover. Also, Lulu interviews for a job at Deception. This news blindsides Brooklyn. Quartermain. It does sound like Lulu gets the job. As Lulu stands up, she swears with a smile to be on her stylish jest. Meanwhile, Ava is getting fed up with Rick Lansing. Either Rick starts actually getting her nearly, or she'll replace him with a new counsel. Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Friday? After a helpful discussion with Chase, Willow asked Carly and Sunny to meet her at Michael's room. There, she informed them that she had come to the conclusion that they demanded to be involved in his care. Carly rushed to the window to look in on her son, while Sunny thanked Willow for her understanding. But it didn't last long when Portia arrived to bandy the coming way in Michael's recovery. After Portia told them a space was available at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Willow was fully on board. Meanwhile, Carly formally set other plans in stir. After she admitted that Brennan had gotten Michael into the clinic in Germany, the bone with the croaker from the Russian sanitarium that treated Ava's Becks. Times ago, she and Willow were formally again at odds over what was stylish for Michael. That was when Sunny realized it demanded to be Michael's decision. The only way to find out what Michael wanted was to wake him up, despite the excruciating pain he'd experience. They all agreed Carly would be the one to talk to him, and as soon as he stirred awake, she spoke over his moans to tell him that he'd a decision to make. The first time Michael woke up, he'd Jason by his side for only a nanosecond before he was sedated again. This time, he stayed awake longer. But his pain may be the driving factor in his decision to stay in the US or go to a whole different country. Christina Corinthos Davis may be bouncing back in the wake of her child's death at the contended hands of Ava Jerome, but she hasn't forgotten about just how important it stings that no bone really paid for her loss. In a twist of real-life drama affecting the Cleaner Pieces world, Chad Duell has blazoned his plans to leave GH lately. With this news, it's no surprise that the Pens might choose to write off Michael's part through his woeful injuries from the fire at Sunny Corinthos Extension. This exit strategy not only gives check to Michael's plot but also paves the way for dramatic developments for characters like Christina, who are left dealing with the fate of his horrible departure from their lives. The moment Christina learns of Michael's death, she's not just losing a family, she's losing her grip on reality. The sanitarium, formerly a place of stopgap, will become the stage for her emotional collapse. Musketeers and family will presumably watch from the sidelines and rather helplessly, as Christina breaks down from the pressure of the inviting grief she has endured over the last time. The wall she has tried to make around her pain will deteriorate, leaving her raw and exposed. The love she has for Michael, combined with the undetermined wrathfulness over her baby's death and Sam's end, could produce a storm of feelings she can no longer control. Christina's descent into darkness is palpable. With each loss piling on, she's being pushed to the edge where the lines between right and wrong might blur. She could start to see the world through the eyes of her father, Sunny, understanding now further than ever the appeal and necessity of power in their family. In her hunt for revenge, Christina could transubstantiate into a real Corinthos, taking way that might lead her down the path of systematized crime. She may start to strike the remnants of her old life to take over the conglomerate that Sunny formerly controlled, believing this is the only way to recognize Michael and cover what's left wing of her family. The formerly romantic Christina may become the very thing she formerly despised, changing the geography of Port Charles and the Corinthos, Davis, and Quartermain families ever.